Good morning to you all. This is your weather hazard briefing for Thursday, July 11th. Our key points. We'll see that excessive heat sticking around through late week, with our lower elevations seeing daytime highs ranging the upper 90s to around 105 degrees through Saturday. Both the high and low temperatures will run about 15 degrees or so above climatological norms. Breezy winds in store for today, which is going to create critical fire conditions, and otherwise chances for mostly dry thunderstorms this weekend. Satellite imagery showing clear skies overhead. Our weather risk outlook for the next several days. Heat will be around well into next week. Lots of locations will see their peak temperatures probably Friday or Saturday, but over the next several days they'll be in that 10 to 15 degree above normal range, with our overnight lows also well above normal. Once we start getting into Sunday, we'll likely see our overnight lows still fairly high, but we won't be seeing those triple-digit daytime highs at that point. Otherwise, breezy winds today, creating those critical fire conditions, and as we head into the weekend and early next week, mostly dry thunderstorms, trending a little bit wetter as we head into next week. Here's a look at our excessive heat warnings and heat advisories. So the area down here to our south, that's the area of the excessive heat warning. With the heat advisory much more widespread across the remainder of our lower elevations and valleys. And here I've got some safety tips for the next few days during this excessive heat. So we highly recommend avoiding strenuous activity if at all possible, and finding air conditioning for some relief as much as you can. Of course, staying hydrated, never leaving pets or anyone in the car, and checking in on family members, vulnerable populations. And included here also is some free cooling centers that the Southeastern Idaho Public Health have announced in these various locations. So please do keep these in mind if you need some relief, if you don't have access to air conditioning. Otherwise, pass this along to anyone you know that is in need. They've listed the other resources that they'll have at these locations down here as well. So do pass that around. The red flag warning in effect today, this is due to a combination of critical fuels, gusty winds, as well as very low humidities ranging around 8 to 14%. So we'll see winds gusting to around 35 miles per hour. So we do have critical fire conditions in these areas here. Temperatures today, lots of triple digits, especially in the eastern Magic Valley, across the entire Snake River Plain, and further south. Winds today in that 20 to 35 mile per hour range, especially for the Snake Plain, eastern Magic Valley, and the ridge tops of the Central Mountains. Temperatures for tomorrow, those overnight lows creeping up into the upper 60s and even warmer further south. That's going to result in a little overnight recovery possible, and that's going to make heat risk much more critical. And for our high temperatures for tomorrow, even more widespread triple digits. Winds for tomorrow looking pretty similar, maybe a little bit gustier further north, but again in that 20 to 30 mile per hour range for a good portion of the area. So this is going to result in near critical to critical fire conditions yet again, so do keep that in mind. And as we head into the weekend, we'll see chances for thunder increasing, beginning mostly dry thunderstorms, and then as we head into early next week, as the high pressure ridge shifts east and a trough sets up along the coast, we will see some of that monsoon moisture lifting north, so they'll start to trend a little bit wetter heading into next week. But chances for thunder on Friday, generally 5 to 10% up along the Montana Divide, portions of the Central Mountains, and the South Hills region. Heading into Saturday, more widespread 5 to 10% chances, even up to 20% chance further north. And for Sunday, as you can see, widespread chances up to 20% across the area, and this will probably be a mix of wet and dry thunderstorms. So just to summarize, excessive heat through late this week with our low elevations ranging the upper 90s to around 105 degrees. Warm overnight lows as well, with both daytime temperatures and overnight lows close to around 15 degrees above normal. Breezy winds today are going to create critical fire conditions. Otherwise, just looking at chances for thunderstorms as we head into the weekend. That's all we've got. Do stay safe this week through the heat. If you have any comments or questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and hope you have a wonderful day.